Okay, and then let me do make you the host now.
Yes,
Um,
please.
okay, second. Okay, here.
Okay na po.
Okay, all right.
There we go.
Take your knowledge of business global with Niagara College Toronto's one-year International Business Management Graduate Certificate Program. As an International Business Management graduate, you will have mastered the core concepts of international commerce and are well prepared to take on a challenging role in the international business sector. Upon graduation, you are also eligible to apply for a post-graduation work permit. Graduate career opportunities include Distribution and Logistics Administrator, Foreign Trade Consultant, Import-Export Manager, International Banker, and many more opportunities in the international commerce industry. Studying within an hour of one of the busiest borders in Canada and in the center of Canada's manufacturing and banking hubs, graduates enjoy incredible opportunities to work in the field. Niagara College and the Toronto School of Management have partnered to offer Niagara College's International Business Management Program in the City of Toronto. Toronto and Niagara are culture and tourism hubs that will allow you to have many additional opportunities to learn and explore while having the opportunity to connect with many international trade and commerce companies. Gain the right blend of practicality and theory to achieve an exciting career in the world of international business with confidence. If you're interested in joining us and studying the International Business Management Graduate Certificate, get in touch with one of our advisors today to find out more. Learn more at niagaracollegetoronto.ca. Some of us dream of playing a lead role in caring for an organization's most important asset, its people. If this sounds like you, then Niagara College Toronto's Human Resources Management Graduate Certificate may help you achieve your dreams. This one-year program includes 300 hours of field placement, so you are job ready when you graduate, and it prepares you to write the Comprehensive Knowledge Examination, CKE, to acquire the Certified Human Resources Professional, CHRP designation. Canada has earned a reputation of being a warm and welcoming country that celebrates multiculturalism and diversity, making it a wonderful place to visit, study, and live. In addition to the Niagara region, Niagara College's Human Resources Management program is now offered in the City of Toronto. Studying at Niagara College Toronto gives you the advantage of experiencing networks in both Niagara and Toronto. Both are culture and tourism hubs that will allow you to have many additional opportunities to learn and explore. As a Human Resources Management graduate, you will possess specialized knowledge in labor law, occupational health and safety, labor relations and compensation, and recruitment, enabling you to work in all aspects of HR. Upon graduation, you are also eligible to apply for a post-graduation work permit. Gain the right blend of practicality and theory to achieve an exciting career in the industry of human resources with confidence. If you're interested in joining us and studying the Human Resources Management Graduate Certificate, get in touch with one of our advisors today to find out more. Learn more at niagaracollegetoronto.ca. Nestled in the heart of one of the most diverse cities in Canada, Niagara College Toronto delivers in-demand programs that are highly sought after in today's global marketplace. Located in a hub of business, culture, and tourism, you will have endless opportunities to learn and explore. Take strides towards your dreams while you access employment, recreational, and entertainment opportunities offered in Toronto. Upon graduation, you are also eligible to apply for a post-graduation work permit. Gain the right blend of practicality and theory to achieve an exciting career with confidence. If you're interested in joining us and studying our graduate certificate or undergraduate diploma, get in touch with one of our advisors today to find out more.
Hi, I'm Erica and I'm from the beautiful islands of the Philippines. I have been in Toronto for more than 2 years and I'm loving it here. Back home, I was a licensed professional nurse, but I started working in the airport servicing the airline flag carrier of Abu Dhabi. After that, I worked at a bank assurance firm, which is part of the AIA group. And then I pursued my career in aviation industry. That is why I became an international flight attendant for the airline flag carrier of Saudi Arabia. I am a holder of Bachelor of Science in Nursing, and then I recently graduated from Toronto School of Management, acquiring the Advanced Diploma in Hospitality and Tourism Management Co-op. I guess Toronto chose me. I love the diverse community we have here. During my 2 years of stay, I felt like I was at home. The people are very welcoming and it is so easy to embrace the culture. I chose Niagara College Toronto because of the reputation of the school and the downtown location. I remember back home, I was eyeing for certain schools and Niagara College is on the list. Now that they have a school here in Toronto, I certainly chose to study here. Imagine that I will be getting a Niagara College credential while staying here in Toronto. And after I graduate, I will be eligible to apply for a postgraduate working permit. That sounds super perfect to me. I was assisted by the best advisors I could ever have. Shout out to Tejas and Dharmesh. They really helped me to smoothly transition. They were there to assist me even during late hours, and they really extended their service. I am leveling up my studies. That is why I'm going to take the Hospitality and Tourism Management Graduate Certificate with Niagara College Toronto. You know what? I am planning to start my own business and build a restaurant here in Toronto, or even a restaurant chain. For me, with the strong international education, I will be able to execute my plans easily and make my dreams come to reality. Well, I am working now as a marketing intern for both TSOM and Niagara College Toronto. So during the early days, I still remembered I started studying at TSOM and I volunteered a lot. And luckily, I became a student ambassador. Perhaps with all the hard work, they recognized my passion for working. That is why I was able to land a job and now I'm working with my very own school. Of course, I want to be a permanent resident here and later on to be a citizen of Canada. As I work on those goals, I'm planning to own a restaurant chain and to be an expert in digital marketing. Well, it is free to dream, so why not dream big? I 100% recommend Niagara College Toronto. And my advice to all the dreamers out there just like me, as I always tell myself, believe and it will happen. Believe that you can. Believe that it is possible. It may be a hard and long journey, but hard work pays off. Eventually, you are going to get there and all your dreams will happen. Pilipinas at mga kababayan kong mahal, ako si Erica and I'm a proud Niagara College Toronto student.
Okay, so I'm going to present now my school presentation so we can proceed. All right. Okay, so I'm going to discuss this afternoon, of course, Niagara College Toronto programs, why study with Niagara College Toronto, why Canada, why Toronto, admission requirements and application process, student services, career support, housing or accommodation. Then you can ask your questions later on. So these are the teams who works for Niagara College Toronto. Our Vice President for International Student Recruitment is Marina. Director for Student Recruitment is Shamim. And the Regional Director for Southeast Asia is Sandra Tenorio. These are all my colleagues, all the business development managers who works for Niagara College Toronto. This is me for the Philippines. Then we have Vietnam, China, Korea, Nepal, India, Brazil, Mexico, and other parts of Latin America. Now, probably most of you heard about Niagara College, Canada already. So Niagara College is one of the established public institutions in Ontario, Canada. Now, in partnership with the Toronto School of Management, we have the newest campus of Niagara College, which is Niagara College Toronto campus. Okay, as an international student, program in studying with Niagara College Toronto, you're going to get Niagara College credentials. And since we are a public school, all the programs that we are offering will give you eligibility to apply for a post-graduation work permit or the PGWP. Now, the location of our school is in downtown Toronto. This is in the center of Toronto. This is the Center for Business, Culture, Tourism in whole Toronto, Canada. So the programs that we are offering are tailored to the location. So we are more on business programs. We have undergraduate business general. We have postgraduate certificate programs. Under this, we have international business management. We have human resources management, and we have hospitality and tourism management. Now, why you should study with Niagara College Toronto. Let me give you the reason why you should study with Niagara College Toronto. First advantage in studying in our school is the location. Okay, I've done a lot of webinars already with different agents in the Philippines. And after my presentation, the first question that a participant would ask is there a job opportunity once we come to Canada? This is always the concern of everyone. I mean, it's very understandable because I know that being an international student is going to be hard because once you come to Canada, of course, there's a lot of expenses that you are going to face. That's, of course, living expenses. And if you don't get a job immediately, then it's going to be hard for you to sustain your living. Okay, if that's your main concern, then our school is the perfect school for you because of our location. We are in the center of business in Toronto. This is like Makati area or BGC in the Philippines. So once you study in our school, you're going to be able to get unparalleled access to the job opportunities of Toronto already. This is how good the location is. Imagine if you're going to choose a school, remember Canada is big, okay? It's huge. So if this location of the school is in the countryside, yes, you're going to get, you know, a very big campus, but are you going to find a job immediately? That's the big question. Especially now, in addition, we are in pandemic. So it could be really hard for you once you are in Canada. Another advantage in studying in Niagara College Toronto, aside from the location that it is in the business center, is you know, it's very accessible. Transportation is world class in Toronto. There is a subway train. This is an underground up to, like, you know, live kind of far. Of course, you need to consider it's cheaper with accommodation. That's not going to be a problem. Now, another advantage of the transportation as well, again, in the countryside, most of the time is the only available transportation is buses. Okay, these buses, sometimes it runs interval every 1 hour. You miss the bus, then you have to wait for another an hour. So again, in Toronto, it's not going to be a problem. Imagine if you're going to do your part-time job, not just going to the school, if the transportation is not as good as Toronto, as main city, you know, you're going to waste time and you're going to waste the opportunity in finding more jobs because it's only a part-time job. It's probably 3 hours with one employer. You need to move, jump off, go to the next employer. So how are you going to do that if the transportation is not good? Another thing, once the service for the train is done for the day, the buses runs 24 hours in Toronto. So hindi kayo maubusan ng biyahe. It's like tapos na ang train for that day, buses for the day, then there's night buses. Okay? So again, kung mayroon kayong part-time job at night, then it's not going to be a problem. Madali kayong makakapag-travel. Okay? You should consider that as a major advantage in studying in Niagara College, Toronto. Aside from that, in terms of facilities, our buildings is called Education House Toronto. This is 35,000 square feet of, we have newly renovated classrooms, computer labs, state-of-the-art auditorium, student lounge, student-run cafe, and many more. And of course, we're offering high-quality programs. And again, Niagara College, you know, we are a public school, and all the programs that we are offering will give you an eligibility to apply for a post-graduation work permit. Plus, we have a world-class student services and career support, which I'm going to discuss to you in details on the next slides. So the next consideration, of course, you need to check the reputation of the school. Where are you going to study? And Niagara College, Canada was established in 1950s. Okay, it is more than 61 years in existence already. We have 3 campuses. Welland campus, our main campus, is the biggest one. Next is Niagara on the Lake. And now the one I'm discussing to you this afternoon, our newest campus, the Toronto campus. And of course, Niagara College is the #1 Canadian research college. 91% of employers were very satisfied with Niagara College graduate that they hired. So meaning to say, when a Canadian employer sees, you know, in your CV or in your resume, okay, this applicant graduated from Niagara College, there's always a high chance or high possibility that they are going to hire you. So that's how good the reputation of Niagara College is. Okay, in terms of our student, of course, we always ask about, you know, feedbacks. Are they satisfied in studying in Niagara College? What needs to be improved and so on. And I'm very proud to say that we are ranked #1 college in student satisfaction for 8 consecutive years. I mean, 8 consecutive years, you cannot lie about this, okay? We are a leader among 24 other colleges in Ontario, Canada. Another consideration, of course, it's not like you wake up one day and you decide you want to come to Canada. Of course, you check your options. Why not other countries? A lot of countries in the world popular for international study. But let me tell you why Canada is the best country for you to study, okay? Now we are in the pandemic. Most of these countries, if you heard or if you are aware of what's going on with the world, the borders are still closed. I know a lot of students in a certain country, they get their visa, stuck in the Philippines, they cannot travel. More than a year now, the visa is nearly finishing. They have no options because the borders are still closed. Now, Canada's border has been open since October 2020. Any intakes, whether you want to go for January intake, the May intake, or the September intake, you get your visa, you can travel to Canada anytime to do your face-to-face class. That's not a problem at all. I mean, we're in the pandemic already. We cannot hold back anymore. This pandemic is holding our lives too much already. We need to move forward, okay? Not only for that reason alone, Canada is consistently ranked as one of the best countries in the world and is currently the #1 best country for quality of life. As an international student, you got your visa, you come to Canada, you're going to have this quality of life. You're going to live it. You're going to experience it. Canada is one of the richest countries in the world, of course. And in terms of the economy, it's very stable. So you know that in the future, you come to Canada, you're going to have a stable job in the future. Even now that we are in the pandemic, everything is going on in Canada and it's still stable. Second thing, in the future, of course, student pathway is the best pathway in immigrating to Canada. right? That's why many international students choose Canada, because a public institution like us, once you study, you're going to get a post-graduation work permit. And this post-graduation work permit is basically your key or your ticket in applying for permanent residency in Canada in the future. That's why it's very important to check the school that you're going to study with, because not all school in Canada, their program will give you eligibility to apply for the PGWP. But most of the public schools like us, then you are assured that you're in good hands, okay? Because public school is government owned, so it has more advantage than other institutions, or let's say private institutions in Canada. Now, again, in the future, you get your chance to be a resident of Canada. You're going to have to benefit with the free healthcare in Canada. Not just you, but the whole family. Imagine you go to the hospital, something happens to you. We don't want that, but it's part of life. You don't need to pay anything. Even if it's a major surgery, whatever it is, how good is that? In the Philippines, we don't have money, then you're going to die, okay? We cannot do anything about it. Second thing, in terms of education, you became a resident of Canada, your children can study for free until high school in a public institution in Canada. And of course, Canada, the education, once you finish your program, it is going to be an internationally recognized qualification. And Canada is considered one of the safest country in the world, not just for international students, but for everyone. So it's very safe. Crime rate in Canada is very low. Now let's talk more about Toronto, since the location of our school is in downtown Toronto. So Toronto is one of the most multicultural cities in the world. It's very diverse, with 250 nationalities, studying, working, and living in Toronto. And some of this nationality, of course, mga Pinoy, mga kababayan. So once you are in Toronto, hindi kayo masyadong mahirapang mag-adjust. You'll see familiar faces, you see Filipinos, you can ask help from them, hindi kayo masyadong mahihirapang mag-adjust. And of course, this is ranked as the fourth safest city in the world. And again, this is one of the biggest city in the whole Canada, major city for global finance and business. So this is the perfect place for you once you finish your program into moving up into the career ladder in your dream job in the future. And of course, as an international student, you're not just going to study, you're not just going to work or do other things, but of course, you need to give time to yourselves, at least, one day off in a week. So the good news is there's always something to do in Toronto. You're not going to get bored in this big city. Toronto is full to the brim of shopping centers, museums, galleries, restaurants, parks, and theaters. Okay? I mean, when we say museum, galleries, you see world-class art scene. When we say parks, parks is not just a small, park in the middle of this big city. It's huge. So you're going to experience nature like parang you're in the countryside na rin. Ganun kalaki ang parks. You're not probably gonna finish roaming the parks in maybe 2 to 3 hours. Ganun kalaki. And pag ang weather is maganda, especially on springtime, this is my favorite season, before summer, of course, because after the winter, I mean, everything is like that because there's no like flowers, there's nothing, trees, lahat parang patayan during the winter time. So when springtime comes, you go to the park, the first thing you will see is cherry blossoms. This is how nice the parks in Toronto. And then summer times comes, okay, weather is hot, marami kayong pwedeng gawin, and it's for free. You don't need to pay any entrance or anything just to enter the park. Then you can do a lot of outdoor activities. You can do cycling, you can do yoga, can do picnic, whatever you want to do. There's no restriction. As long as you're not, hindi kayo magkakalat naman or whatever that hindi maganda. That's it. Everything is for free. So, I mean, imagine you're going to study in this nice city. You're going to be able to find a job easily. I mean, sustaining your living as an international student. Plus, marami kayong pwedeng gawin. And you will enjoy the city itself while you are living in Toronto. So, I don't think there's much better city than Toronto. This is the perfect location for you. And again, our school is located in Toronto, in downtown Toronto. Now we go to the program. So ang first program natin is Undergraduate Diploma Business General. So who are the people qualified to take this program? If you are a high school graduate, old curriculum, we we require you to have at least a second year college equivalent qualification to be able to apply for this program. If you're a K-12 graduate, of course, you're very eligible to apply for this program. This is for 2 years. Intakes we have 3 times a year. We have January, May, and September. Tuition fee for 1 semester is 8,087.60. Now, if you're going to ask me how much is the tuition fee for the 2 years, then you just need to times 8,087.60 times 4. Because we only write the 1 semester kasi yan lang naman ang babayaran ninyo. You don't need to pay for the rest of the tuition fee para lang maka-apply for the visa. So we only require 1 semester. The rest of the tuition fee babayaran na ninyo installment pagdating ninyo sa Canada. Now, again, if you're going to ask me now, do we need to pay 8,087.60 immediately para ma-accept sa school, para mabigyan ng letter of acceptance? The answer is no. You just need to pay 100 Canadian dollar para sa application fee. But the good news, since you attend our webinar this afternoon with Access Direct Visa, then you don't need to pay anything. I-waive na din natin yung 100 Canadian dollar. So I hope this is clear. Wala kayong babayaran para maka-apply sa school to get a letter of acceptance. Okay? So once you finish this program, you can apply as a business analyst, customer corporate service representative, entrepreneur, frontline production supervisor, can work in a government or nonprofit role, or a marketing specialist. So this career opportunities, of course, is just an example. It's not limited to this. And I mean, kahit ano, pwede nyong applyan once you are in Canada as long as qualified kayo. Now, second programs, so ito yung susunod na mga programs that I'm going to discuss to you is all under the postgraduate certificate. So ang first requirements to be able to apply to this program, you should have a bachelor degree. Okay? Bachelor degree, then depende yan sa program ko anong i-apply ninyo. So the first program that I'm going to discuss is International Business Management. So ito yung pinaka-general program na pinakamadaling i-apply, especially if you have a very contrasting background. Okay? Ang application po kasi sa Canada, based on assessment lagi. That's why agents like Access Direct, they always ask for a CV or a resume kasi they need to see kung ano po yung ating educational background and yung work experience natin because it matters in the visa application. Hindi siya kagaya dito sa atin that we can choose whatever we want, then why not? I mean, in Canada, technically it's the same. You can choose whatever you want, but kailangan yung i-justify sa study plan. Bakit kayo magte-take ng program na to? So, pag medyo malayo sa qualification ninyo, it could be very risky, but pag na-explain ninyo ng maayos, then you'll get a visa. Ganun lang siya nag-work. So, again, ang pinakamadali, International Business Management, if you have a very contrasting background. For example, ang good example niya, nursing graduate ka, ang work experience mo, call center, or probably in any other industry not related to healthcare at all, very common yan kasi limited ang job opportunities sa atin. So napo-force tayong mag-work, hindi natin napapractice kung ano yung natapos natin into another industry. So if you have this very contrasting background, kung IT graduate ka, ibang line of work mo, or engineering graduate ka, whatever degree that you have, then you can apply for International Business Management. This is for 1 year. Intakes, again, 3 times a year, January, May, and September. Tuition fees, 1 semester, 8,357.35. Then once you finish this program, again, ito first semester, second semester installment pag nasa Canada na. So career opportunities, can apply as a custom broker, distribution and logistic administrator, foreign trade consultant or specialist, can work as an import or export manager, international banker, international marketing and sales associate. Again, not limited to this job opportunities. Okay, so second program under the postgraduate certificate, we have human resources management. And this one is for 1 year as well. Pre-intakes, the same lang din yan. Tuition fee is all the same. 1 semester din lang ang kailangan nating i-pay. And then, once you finish this program, oh, I'm sorry. So kung kayo ay may background with human resources management, of course, or psychology graduate kayo, you can apply for this program. Kung wala naman, if you have relevant work experience, then pwede kayong mag-apply to this program. Again, kung completely malayo, pwede pa rin, but you need to justify it well sa study plan. Bakit kayo magte-take ng program na ito? I mean, it's very possible. I know a lot of people. The other day, I had a webinar with one of my agents. Ang applicant nila, graduate ng human resources, nagpilit mag-apply as opticians. Okay? Optician, gano'ng kalayo? Wala sa educational background, wala sa work experience, but they justified well in the study plan na bigyan ng visa. Okay, so ganun po nag-work. Kaya dapat very magaling ang study plan natin. So this one is a very good program kasi pag natapos nyo to, this is one of the highest paid occupation in Canada. Napakataas po ng salary. So once you finish this, ang career opportunities, you can work as a benefit coordinator, compensation specialist, human resources generalist, and so on. Again, not only limited to these career opportunities. So ang third program natin under the postgraduate certificate programs, we have hospitality and tourism management. So hospitality and tourism, dapat education natin related to hospitality and tourism, or ang work experience natin is related to hospitality and tourism. Example, yung kanina sa testimonial again, si Erica, yung sa video, graduate siya ng nursing sa Philippines, nakapag-apply sa abroad in the United Arab Emirates, nakapagtrabaho sa airlines as a stewardess, then nagkaroon siya ng experience sa hospitality and tourism. So kahit gaano kalayo nursing graduate, nagka-experience, she applied for hospitality and tourism, she got her visa, nag-aaral na siya sa Niagara College Toronto now. Okay? So, ganun yung example na sinasabi ko sa inyo para ma-picture ninyo kung paano nag-work yung assessment and applying for a certain program in Canada. So, this is for 1 year din. Same intakes din lang. Same tuition fee, 1 semester lang. Once you finish this program, can work in convention or conference center, destination marketing, any hotel industry or tourism operations. Again, not limited to this career opportunities. Now, I know that 8,000 Canadian dollar, hindi siya mura. Okay, we all know that. That's why I always, tell everyone in my webinar that an international study is an investment. Okay, mag-invest tayo ng pera dito. But let me tell you kung why this is a very good investment, a very wise investment for everyone. Nag-invest ka ng 8,000 plus Canadian dollar. Access direct visa, applied you for visa, na-settle ng eskwelahan lahat, enroll na kayo, in-apply kayo for visa. You get your visa, and then pwede na kayong pumunta ng Canada. Sa Canada na kayo, nag-aaral na kayo sa school namin. Ang program natin is very practical. 1 year lang yan, ang bilis natatapos. In 1 year na yan, as a student, you're eligible to work part-time 20 hours per week. During your holiday, may mga holidays sa Canada, you can work full-time. Kung semestral break, you can work full-time din. So, sa isang semester, ang semestral break nyo is 2 months. Mahaba. Second semester, the same, 2 months. So, technically, in 1 year, 8 months lang kayo nag-aral, 4 months kayo nakapag full-time job. Now, yung in-invest ninyong 8,000 plus Canadian dollar, kinita na ninyo within a few months na nasa Canada kayo. Bumalik na siya kaagad sa inyo. Second, natapos na si 1 year program, ang bilis lang yan, nasa post-graduation work permit na kayo. So, ibig sabihin work permit holder na, full-time job kayo for 1 year. Yung 8,000 again, na-invest ninyo, nakinita nyo na sa first year habang nag-aaral, na-doble na sa work permit ninyo sa second year na. Na-triple na. Sobra-sobra na yung bumalik sa inyo. So, bawing-bawi na kayo dun sa investment ninyo. Now, married kayo. As an international student, eligible kayo na dalhin ang family ninyo sa Canada. First, husband. Kahit kasabay nyo yan papuntang Canada, pwede yan. Si husband can work full-time habang nag-aaral kayo. Open work permit po si husband. So, doble-doble yung kinita ninyong pera. Padalawa, of course, may anak, hindi naman pwedeng iwanan. Kasama ang mga anak, Under 19 years old, lahat pwede pang isama, and they can study for free until high school sa Canada. Now, tell me, malaki bang investment ang 8,000 plus Canadian dollar doon sa bumalik sa inyo na return of investment? Not just for you, this is for the whole family. Okay? Nag-invest kayo para sa security nyo sa future. Wala na pong mas maganda pang pathway going to Canada, being an international student para sa immigration in the future. So, I hope you think about it and pag-isipang mabuti at kausapin ang family. If you think that you need help para makapag-apply, then why not? Then wala tayong gagawin, we don't start now, walang mangyayari sa buhay natin. Now, admission requirements. Very simple lang po ang admission requirements. If you're undergraduate, we just need your Form 137, your high school diploma, and yung ating transcript until second year college. If you're K-12 graduate, of course, K-12 diploma, K-12 TOR. Kung college graduate na kayo, we just need your college diploma and college TOR. And of course, copy ng passport. Very important yan. Now, kung kayo is usually nag-ask, meron bang proof of English proficiency test? Like, like IELTS, PTE, Duolingo, TOEFL, or any other form of proof of English proficiency test. Then, the answer is, wala na po. Hindi na po kami nagre-required, so hindi nyo na kailangan pang problemahin. Okay? Again, no need for that. Now, another good news for everyone, once nag-apply kayo sa school, we will give you automatically 1,000 Canadian dollars scholarship. So malaki na po to. It's about 40,000 pesos sa Philippine peso. And then, ilalas na kaagad yan sa first semester na tuition fee natin. So makikita nyo sa letter of acceptance na binigay na kaagad sa inyo yung scholarship. Now, in terms of the student services and career support, of course, we help our student in terms of academic advising, career advising, health and wellness, social activities, housing, and airport pickup until your orientation. If you remember earlier, I mentioned about the transportation in Toronto, and I mentioned yung subway train natin or yung underground train. So this is the map. So ganyan po ang map niyan. Kung makikita nyo, there's a green line, a yellow line, purple line, and a blue line. Connected siya sa isa't isa. If you see a lot of stations, ito buong Toronto yan. The one in the middle na may circle, dyan yung location ng school natin. So ganun tayo kasentro. You get off the station, walking distance, eskwelahan na kaagad. Kahit saan kayo nakatira again, mabilis kayong makakapag-travel. Imagine again kung magtatrabaho kayo, kung gaano kaganda ang transportation, would be very efficient for you para makahanap kaagad ng maraming work. In terms of the career services support, again, the moment you start your programs in our school, prepare ka agad kayo. We help our student in terms of personal branding, career development workshops, resume writing, mock interviews, and then we will support you through the job application process. We will link you to all the networking events, all the career fair, job opportunities around the area. This is 100%. Okay? Again, ang ganda na ng location natin. Business area. 100% pa kayong ipe-prepare ng aming career services support. Imagine nyo gano'ng kaganda yung preparation nyo. Personal branding, career development workshop, pati paggagawa ng resume kasi iba ang format doon. Mock interviews, $25 Canadian per hour. So again, as an international student, you can work part-time, 20 hours per week, can work full-time during your holiday or semestral break. Ang pasok niyo po sa school, by the way, 2 to 3 days lang. Okay, so you have plenty of time to do your part-time jobs. 2 to 3 days, probably 3 to 5 hours lang po. Hindi siya full weeks. Okay, so another good news, since we have a partnership with Toronto School of Management, then may mga ready companies na pwede kayong mag-apply kaagad. So lahat tong nakikita nyo at more companies na nasa screen, sa aming website, niagaracollegetoronto.ca. Once nandun na kayo, it will give you two options, either Casa Toronto or First Stay Canada. Para siyang Airbnb, lahat ng options for accommodation mula sa pinakamura hanggang pinakamahal nandun na. And the good news, sa partnership with them, they won't ask for any advance payment or deposits. Okay? Kung magkano lang yung binook niyo, let's say for a month, $500 Canadian, that's it. Pag nandun na kayo sa Canada, sa Toronto specifically, nakapag-explore na kayo, nakahanap ng mas magandang accommodation, nakapag-recommend ang mga nakilalang Pinoy, pwede kayong umalis anytime, wala kayong babayaran ng cancellation fee. So how does the post-graduation work permit works? That's why it's very important. 1-year program natin will give you 1 year din po na work permit. Kung 2 years yung program natin, up to 3 years ang ating work permit. Now, tandaan nyo, ang ating program is for undergraduate lang. So kung bachelor kayo, hindi kayo pwedeng mag-insist that you want to take the 2 years program. Ang 1 year lang ang option sa inyo. Now, let me tell you naman bakit very practical ang 1 year program. Kasi pagdating nyo doon sa Canada, you'll never know kung anong magiging sitwasyon ninyo. Okay? So, may option ka kung feeling mo hindi mo pa kayang tapusin lahat in 1 to 2 years na makapag-permanent resident sa Canada, you can apply for a second program. 1+1 ang tawag namin dyan. So, mag-apply lang kayo ng second year. Maging 2 years na rin ang duration ng study nyo. So, magiging up to 3 years na rin ang work permit ninyo sa Canada. So, ganun lang po siya nag-work. That's why it's very flexible. Kasi kung naayos in 1 year, bakit mag-apply pa ng second year? Mapapamahal pa, magbabayad pa ng another tuition fee for 1 year. So, paano siya nag-work to qualify for the express entry or the permanent residency? You get a points in education. Ito yan, nag-aral kayo. You get a points with work experience in Canada. Ito na yan sa PGWP. That's why, again, sabi ko sa inyo, very important ang PGWP. So kung ang school na applyan, ang program will not give you an eligibility sa PGWP, then mahihirapan kayong mag-apply ng permanent residency in Canada in the future. So this is the end of my presentation. If you have questions, then you can ask it now.
All right, so thank you very much for that presentation, Ms. May. Now, like what I mentioned earlier, if you have questions in mind, if you are too shy to unmute your mic, you can just go ahead and type down your questions on the chat box, and we will be happy to read them for you. Now, actually, we already have questions here, so let me just check. Hold on. We have a question here from Ms. K. I'm a BSHRM Human Resource Management graduate, and most of my work experience is BPO. What's the best course I could take?
Yeah, Ms. K, actually, I have 2 programs na pwede kang mag-apply. It's your choice. You can apply for International Business Management because you have experience in BPO. And you can apply for Human Resources Management because graduate ka naman ng ano pa no? DSHRM is Human Resource ba to? Sir, tama no?
Yes, po.
DSHRM is Human Resource
Hi,
Management.
Miss. Actually, it's
yes.
Hotel and Restaurant Management.
Oh, sorry,
okay.
I got confused.
Sorry, Ms. K.
So, yes. So the thing is, like, yeah, you can apply to programs pa rin. Either you apply for Hospitality and Tourism Management or you apply for International Business Management. Depende kung saan ka komportable na explain sa study plan mo kung ano yung mas gusto mong gawin. Kasi you need to convince the immigration officer why are you going to take this program. Ganun yun, nag-work. Okay?
What about IT professionals, Ms. May? What kind of programs can we suggest
IT,
to them?
pinaka maganda is International Business Management.
Okay, so that's for GN. All right, so we have a question here from Janelle. I'm an undergraduate, unfortunately, lack 9 units only. So what program do I need to take? What do you
Oh,
mean,
yun,
Janelle?
uh,
Like, what level of college education are you in? Like second year, third year, fourth?
4 year college.
Okay, Miss May.
so naka fourth year ka pero hindi siya natapos, kulang lang 9 units. Okay.
Yes, it's
So
just because I was in,
ano po yung natapos niyo po? I mean, ano yung course ninyo na hindi
um
natapos?
Bachelor of Commercial Science in Management.
Okay. So in that case, you can take international business management. That's not going to be a problem.
But I am lack of 9 units. How it's possible?
Walang problema kasi pag nag-apply ka ng postgrad certificate program, kinukonsider nila na at least naka-second year college ka din. It's at secondary, post-secondary education na 2 years, which is up to second year college. So that's fine.
So how much will
ang mas maganda kung mara-recommend sa'yo para kasi category mo rin is undergraduate, mag-business general ka na lang para 2 years yung program.
And then actually, ma'am, yung I was an OFW, ex-OFW in Dubai. And I worked for a different banks in Dubai as a collector. So I was a collection officer.
Na lang, sir, I suggest that you apply for business general. Okay, mas ma-justify natin sa study plan yan.
And how much gonna be the amount that I need to pay or something?
Sa lahat po ng program natin, you just need to pay 1 semester. Yung remaining balance, lahat installment, babayaran mo pag nasa Canada ka na. Ang first semester is about 8,000 Canadian dollar po. Okay? So,
yun yung babayaran ko muna po, 8,000?
Yes po, sa school po.
Then,
pero yan naman, sir, is hindi immediate. Meron deadline, depende sa intake. For example, ano pa ang goal mo? January 2022 or May 2022?
What's the fastest one? I mean,
pinakamabilis September kung kaya mo. But kung di mo na kaya kasi kulang ka pa ng documents is January 2022. Pwede ka na pong mag-apply.
Okay, January 2022. Now, ma'am, my other question is, tawag dito, mental block ako. Yung pag-apply ng visa, kami talaga yon. I mean, i-interview talaga kami sa immigration.
Okay, let me answer that, Miss May. For the visa application, we'll actually be the one to assist and guide you all throughout. Like, if you decide to start with your application, we will be, of course, helping you in applying for the acceptance letter first. So once you got the acceptance letter from Niagara College Toronto, then that's the time now we'll gather all the documents, complete everything, and then we will submit the application to the embassy. So basically, we will be the one to guide you all throughout, Sir Janelle.
And also, sir, so you might say it's gonna be like best of luck like that or the percentage of passing the visa.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for the percentage of passing the visa, let me just be transparent to all of you who are attending now. It does not mean you will course through, you will ask an agency to assist you and guide you with the application, with the visa application. It does not entail 100% guarantee. Because syempre, it is not the agency, it is not anyone who will approve, but it's the embassy, the immigration officer handling your application. That's why there are a lot of people nowadays who wanted to save, they wanted to do DIY or do it yourself method. But syempre, if you wanted to make sure that all of the documents that you're trying to submit are accurate, complete, and organized, and that's the time you decide to hire, an agency. So since this is our forte, that's the thing that we can guarantee you in terms of documentations.
Documentations, right? So, how much amount that we need to pay, sir? Is there a processing fee for that, or
I do
yeah.
have I actually saw one question here about the 250K that I posted or we advertised on Facebook. Just for everyone to know, the 250,000 pesos package, and that's already inclusive of the initial down payment for the applicant to get an LOA. All right, and that also includes our processing fee, the medical fee, the visa, the biometrics, all of the fees that involves the processing of your visa. So basically, wala na kayong, you don't have to think of anything. So bale, what you're going to think next is the balance that you're going to pay under tuition fee, which you can pay already. I mean, you can pay when you arrive in Canada already.
Yeah.
And yeah, so for the 250K, because somebody is also asking like how much do they need to pay first, we will require 70,000 pesos as a down payment. All right, and then the rest of the remaining balance you will pay that once we receive an offer letter from the school to pay the tuition fee. It's not us who will pay the tuition fee on your behalf. We will still advise you to pay, the tuition fee yourself because it is better that the applicant is the one paying, the tuition fees. Any other questions?
I think my question po sa chat box, sir.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So can we work while studying? Yes, Miss Novi. You can work 20 hours per week during school days, and you can work more than 20 hours during holidays and summer. We have one from Griselda, graduate pa ako ng BS Information Communication Tech. Ano pong course para sa akin and how much is the cost, Miss May?
Yes, so kung sabi ko nga kagaya ng na-mention ko kanina, if any bachelor degree holder, pwede kayong mag-apply. Pinaka-general program that you can apply is International Business Management. Okay? So this is for 1 year. Ang ating lahat ng 1-year program natin is standard yan, 17,000 Canadian dollar per year. Now, again, per semester lang ang babayaran nyo, kalahati lang. Okay? Yun lang ang kailangan i-settle. Yung second semester payment, pag nasa Canada na kayo, in installment. So, technically, ang ipe-prepare nyo lang, kalahati.
Okay.
Kalahati po ng
what's
17.
the oldest age that applied to your school so far?
Ano po?
Age
limit? No. Wala naman po, sir. So, my take on the age limit thing, because ang Canada, they don't discriminate with age. Okay? Kung capable pa tayong mag-aral, then why not? But, kailangan nating i-prove that we can still study. Okay? Depende rin yan sa profile natin. Hindi naman pwede na sinabing walang age limit is mga na more than 50s, 60s na, then parang ano pa yung point ng pag-aaral mo. So mga 50s still okay. May na-approve kami, 56 years old. That's fine.
Wow,
as long as mapoprovide ninyo yung admission requirements for the school, that's first. Second thing, mamimit ninyo yung documents for the visa application. I don't think there's a problem. Why not?
Okay, we have a question here from Gian. Ma'am, do you have a program na related sa business, yung IT po talaga? I wanted to answer that, Ms. May. Yeah, for this specific school that we are representing now, which is Niagara College of Toronto, most of their programs are into business and management related, but if you're really looking at the program na IT or should I say walang in-offer dito ngayon, you don't have to worry. You just have to contact me. I do have other schools that I represent. I can check other programs if you want to. So you can just send your resume to me so that I can be able to check what other programs from other schools that I can offer you.
Or Sir Fritz, you can refer to our main campus. We have programs for IT sa Welland campus namin.
Correct.
And then, sorry, there's more questions.
Okay, a question from Russell regarding skill jobs. Would taking courses from TESDA be accredited. I'm a nurse but worked in BPO for the past 10 years. I'm planning to get some NC2 courses from TESDA.
Uh, regarding skilled jobs, so first po, we are not promoting any skilled work here to Canada. No, it is for the
Right.
international study. This
Uh-huh.
is a student pathway po. You need to apply for a certain program para maka-apply to get a student visa to come to Canada. Now, if your question is kung mag-take ka ng NC2, whatever from TESDA, would be credited, no. Sa Canada po, regardless kung anong education nyo dito, it's pointless. Nagmamatter lang yan, of course, sa pagtitake ka ng program. They need to check your background. But kung sasabihin mo, it would be credited pagdating mo sa Canada, hindi po. Pagdating doon, you're back to zero. That's why kailangan mong mag-apply nga ng any program that will give you a Canadian qualification. So, yun po yun.
Okay. All right. So here's a question. Let me check. What will be the mode of payment from Janelle? What will be the mode of payment? Okay, I will be putting on the chat box my email address. Alright, so if you are really interested about the 250,000 package that we're offering, as soon as I get your email, as soon as I get an email from you, I'll be sending you, the costing, so at least you will understand how this 250,000 package works. Okay, so that's my email address. So kindly take note. Thank you.
Hi, Fritz, I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead, Kay.
Yes, earlier Miss Maria was able to mention about um having your family go with you in Canada. So what if I have a partner who will apply as an open work permit? Do you have an assistance with that as well as with the SP minor? And is there like an additional proof of funds for them? And I'm sorry, I have a lot of question about that. Is it possible for my partner to apply even if we're not yet married?
Yeah, that actually depends. Because if you are applying for a student visa and you're planning to bring along your partner, we actually call that, if you're living together, that's we call that actually a common law partner. And as long as you can, provide proof that you've been living together for a year, and along with the other proofs, we will actually discuss that once you start the application. So that's okay. So you can bring along your partner, and then the partner can apply for an open work permit, like what Miss May mentioned, that the partner can work full time while you're studying and doing part time. And yeah, we do assist open work permits. And if you're also planning to bring along your kids, that's also a defense processing, so that will be under TRV, or the temporary residence visa. And again, like what Ms. May said, if you are bringing them, there's a chance for them to get a free education in Canada.
Thank you. And just a follow-up question.
Sure.
Um, Actually, I'm from Luzon
Mm-hmm.
and my partner is in Cebu.
Oh
So
wow. Okay.
is it really mandatory that we need to live together for a year to prove that we're a common law partner, or is it way easier and faster to, because I'm planning to apply for September 2022 intake, and I'm thinking if it is going to be faster if we're going to get married first before applying for student visa and go.
Yes, yes, because we really have to, I don't know, we really have to prove that you've been living together for a year. So like one probable proof, maybe you've opened a joint account like for more than a year already.
Okay.
Mm.
She mentioned that they're planning to get married. For me, that's the best option.
Yes, that's the best
Wala nang
option.
paligoy-ligoy pa, just get married.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
Because
mean,
we're
if you're
actually
sure,
thinking
kung
if
sure na
we're
kayo, then why not? Get married.
get
yes, we're
married.
actually planning if, or we're actually thinking if we're going to get married or doon na lang after or Para kasing mas mabilis yung process, no, if we're going to get married first.
Yeah.
Yes.
Would they? And I heard you have question with the show money. It's for the spouse. It's additional 4,000 Canadian dollar.
4,000 Canadian dollars.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just have a question with the 250,000 package.
Yeah, go ahead,
You
Kay.
mentioned that it's just like the initial payment. So there's things that we need to settle after we. Is it gonna be after we get into to Canada or before we go there?
Okay, on the 250K package, like it's already included, if I should say, like the half of the semester of the tuition fee of Niagara College Toronto. That already includes our processing fee, the medical, the visa, and the biometrics fee. So basically, what you're going to pay next, here's the situation. Like say, if you make a down payment of 70,000 pesos, no. So we will already work on your documentation. Like we will be submitting your credentials to Miss May. No, because we will be working together for that. So like once we receive the offer letter, that's the time that we will be given instruction on how much are we going to pay for the tuition fee, how. So that's the time that you need to pay tuition fee. And once you paid the initial down payment, the initial tuition fee, then that's the time you get the letter of acceptance.
Okay.
Okay.
So I just want to be enlightened how much would be the range of the total amount that we need to have for us to go there. Because I attended several things like this, and they were like you need to have like 700 to $800,000. I mean peso. So I want to know how much for this consultancy that we need to have, because it's actually, honestly, that's the thing that we really need to know, all of us.
Mm, I understand. All right. So
Um,
yeah,
I
Miss
mean,
May.
sir, I mean, all the fees are pretty standard, no? So in terms of, if you're talking about the 700,000, what is that with other agency? Because if that's with the computation of the living expenses and the tuition fee, kahit sangkang agency, whether you go to another agency, is going to be the same. So it won't matter. Okay? So
I see.
ang take ko then is, I'm really sorry to cut off, but sir, if they really want to have a one-on-one consultation with your counselor, it's much better because kanya-kanya tayo ng circumstances, right? So you can have a private consultation to give a proper advice to them, because I'm really sorry, I have to jump off. I have another webinar. So if there's another related question for the school, then I suggest you ask it now, and then I can answer why I still have time. So I basically have about 5 to 10 minutes na lang to answer your questions.
Miss Kay, maybe I can get your contact number so that I can be able to call you and explain to you and answer your concerns.
Sure, sure.
Okay, all right, yeah. You have my email address, right? Yeah, you can just email me so I can
Yes,
be
I
able to
have.
contact you. Yeah. So here, what else? Questions po? Do we need to apply first to school or paano po? Yeah, because for applying for a student visa, initial stage is we need to apply for to be accepted by the school, and then second stage is the visa processing. Okay, I'm noting your number here, Miss K. Right.
Mayroong question dito, sir, daw Bachelor of Science in Industrial Engineering, and my work experience is related to material production, planning, manufacturing. So I suggest, Sir Jerry, send your resume, contact details to Sir Fritz and his team. Then they can recommend you sa main campus namin kasi nandun din po yung mga program namin for program like project management and any other engineering program sa main campus po.
Yes po. Sino po mag-a-apply sa school? Kami po or kayo? Kami po, because you're paying us.
Yes. Yun po yung service namin, at that comes with a partnership with an agency like Access Direct. They will facilitate everything, your school application and your visa application. So,
Okay. So we have a
kaya
question
nga
here.
mas okay na have a
Yeah,
one-on-one consultation. Sir, ang consultation niyo is for free naman, right?
Yes po. Now, Giselda, baka required ba kami sa 250K? 250K is actually for, the fees for visa processing. It's not included with the airfare yet. So obviously you can't fly yet. Okay. 250K is for the advertisement. Yes, of course, Gian. We have a question here from Junelle. Yun po bang 250K is kasama na po ba sa ticket? Yeah, answered already, not yet. Airfare ticket is not part of the processing, so we did not add that to the package. Is there a show money? Yes. Tourist visa, student visa, permanent residence visa, you need show money to make sure and to prove the government of Canada that you'll be able to, you're financially capable upon arriving in Canada. And regarding show money, if you have questions, contact me because we also have an assistant, a show money assistant. So in case you needed, help regarding that.
Fritz, I have a question. Since I've mentioned that I'm from actually Luzon, I'm from
Yes.
Laguna. Do
Okay.
you have an office in Manila?
No, we
do you
don't.
need to process it in Cebu directly?
Okay. No, we don't. Miss K. Our two offices are both located here in Cebu. But syempre, I understand that, in terms of distance, that matters to some. Just to let you know that the application is done online. So we actually have most of our clients actually are outside Philippines. So just have to scan, the documents and email to us. So just yeah, even if you're from Manila, we can definitely still help you.
Okay, so
Wherever
it
you're
can be processed online.
correct.
Yeah, everything is online naman. Even submission to the
Yeah.
Canadian Embassy is all online. So it won't matter. And ang pinaka magiging appearance nyo lang naman sa embassy is of course for the biometric. And then, of course, schedule ng inyong medical is with the clinic. Yan lang naman. Lahat,
Which can
everything,
be done in
processing,
Manila.
submission, yes. Submission of documents, lahat is online.
Yeah. So medical biometrics, if you're from Luzon, you can do that in Luzon.
Got it. Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions?
Sir Fritz, before I go, can we
Yes,
have a
miss.
group picture po?
Yeah, sure.
Kung sino po yung pwedeng mag-open ng camera, let's have a group picture. I need it for the company. So I'm really
For
sorry.
documentation.
Kung sino gustong mag-open lang. If you can, but if you don't want, then that's fine. Walang problema. Ayan naman. Ang ating gallery view, paano ba to? Full screen.
Hi, Sir Junel. Dalawa pala kayo,
Ayan si ma'am. At least
Nag-share
nakita
na
natin.
pala kayo.
Sige, let's take a picture in 1 and 2. Ayan, ang dami pa. Ang gaganda naman. Sige. In 1 and 2 and 3. Ayan. Thank you so much, everyone.
Bye.
Pahabol pa po kayong question, then ask it now. And again, pwede kayong kumontak kay Sir Fritz and his team anytime. Well connected tayo sa kanila. So kung may questions kayo about the school, kung may kailangan pa kayo to know more about the school, then we have our website. You can check it then ang school sa mga programs. And then if there is anything that concerns you, ask makipag-consult lang po. One-on-one consultation po kay Sir Fritz.
Okay, do we have any other questions, guys, before we end our session? I think there's one here. Is there a show money assistance? Yes, Giselda. There is. We do have a show money assistance, but for bank certificate purposes only. Wala pa akong pera, I can't lend you.
Akala ko may pautang.
Ay!
Si Miss May, marami yan.
Ay, naku sir.
Akala, wala pong fly now, pay later.
Wala po.
Ay,
Saan po
sir,
yung office nyo sa Cebu?
Sir
We
Fritz?
are actually located here at IT Park, Mabuhay Tower, Cebu. IT Park, Lahog, Cebu City.
Ah,
So, sir, Canadian citizen ka rin po ba?
Ako, hindi po. Filipino citizen.
Pero nagpupunta na kayo doon oftenly.
I wish, but nasa plano pa lang. Sabay kami ni Miss May.
Hi, guys, I'm really sorry. I have to go. You can stay. Kung meron pa kayong
Miss May, okay.
discuss kay Sir Fritz, I'm really sorry po. No, I have to jump off na.
Okay.
It was nice meeting everyone. And hopefully, yeah, again, think about this amazing opportunity. Pag-isipan natin mabuti. Talk to our families who can help us. No, lahat ng lifeline natin dyan. Then, kung para magkatotoo yung dream natin in coming to Canada, then atin ang hanapin ang ating pwedeng hinga ng tulong. Again, yung sponsorship pwede basta ka mag-anak po para sa show money. So, have a good evening, everyone. Hope to see you.
Thank you, Miss May. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye, Sir Fritz.
Next time ulit.
Yes po. Next week ulit. Bye-bye, everyone.
Alright, so before we end, may pahabol pa ba? Email sent, Sir Fritz. Okay, Rochelle. Yeah, I'll check for those who sent their resumes. I'll actually be checking on them one by one after this session. Okay.
Sir
Any other
Fritz, I
questions?
have a question.
Yes,
Do
Miss
you have a show money assistance?
Yes, we do. But this is just for the purpose of bank certificate. So yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
anong bank certificate? Ano po
What's a
yun?
bank certificate? A bank certificate po, this is actually a document that you will request sa bank mo para you can show to the embassy during the application that you have the funds that they are requiring when you land in Canada.
Aabutin po ba yun ng million? Aabutin kaya?
Depende. Yes, depende po yun. So let's say, for example, if the applicant is single, that's roughly 800 to 900,000, or let's just round it off, 1M. So if you bring along your family, it depends because it will increase. The show money requirement increases every time you add a person with you during your application. Except for show money, if you're asking, for the show money, the what do you call this? Yung formula niya is total tuition fee plus settlement funds. Okay, so if you total that, that should be the amount that you need to have, to declare for your show money.
So, ano po? Parang 250K plus yung million na show money.
Yes, most likely, Ms. Isabel.
Sir Fritz,
Yes, sir.
question lang po. Katulad namin, kasi we're partner. And we're both married, pero we're both separated kasi. So we're parang domestic couple kami.
Okay.
Paano ba yun? Sinong pwede mag-apply sa amin? Sabay kami? Ano ba? Paano ba?
We have to check po. We have to check. You have to check what programs that you can take. I can check for both of you, and then you can decide who gets to study and who gets to work full time. It really depends on you.
Pero may anak siyang kasi may anak.
Opo.
Ano makakasama niya yon? O husband muna talaga?
What I can suggest, this is an honest suggestion. Siyempre, if you go to Canada to study, siyempre, focus mo is to study, right? Now, there is a strategy, but I'm not saying that if you fly all together, apply all together, parang reject agad. No, it really depends on the study plan, the SOP, yung sabi ni Ms. May kanina. So, there's just this strategy na parang mauuna muna mag-apply as a student. Para at least during we can say on your statement of purpose, the study plan, that you still have the intention of coming back to your home country kasi may family kang babalikan. Okay, I understand na as a student, we wanted to study and after that, we wanted to continue. Di ba sino naman student na after studying babalik, di ba? So, after studying, you wanted to continue and eventually apply for permanent residency, right? Now, syempre, that's what we want. But during the application, we still need to convince the immigration officer handling our application that we have the intention of coming back. So we really have to give them proof na meron tayong home ties. So that's your family, that's your property. You have you still have a work that you can possibly, go back to. So that's why it's also advisable that during the application, as much as possible, you're still employed.
It's you're still employed.
Still employed.
No, during the application.
Okay, so
Thank you,
how
sir.
much interest? We have a question here from Rochelle. Did I pronounce it right? How much for interest per month? That's 5% po, but it's not. It depends, kasi it depends on the amount. Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I have a question. Do we have
Sir
someone
Fritz,
from
I have a
Novi?
question.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Let me just finish. Novi, do we have accommodation assistance po doon? Accommodation assistance that's already part of our service. Like say, for example, like the best time to help you with it is once like you're already waiting for the visa. No, we can definitely help you with that because that's very simple. We can just find and look through the internet. Alam mo yun, so walang problema po. We can assist you with that. So you just have to prepare yung living expenses nyo, yung parang budget or yung pocket money nyo pagdating. Because as soon as you arrive, you go directly to that accommodation na nirentahan nyo, and that's the time that you will need to pay the landlord. Yes, Miss Kay.
Sir, can we set an appointment of a meeting with you together with my partner? Kasi he do have a lot of question as well. It's just that he's working at this time. So is it possible that we can set a meeting with you po? I will
Yes, sure, not a problem. Yeah, actually, I got your number, so like probably after this session, I'll text you or call you.
Sure, sir. And do we need to pay a consultation fee?
No. Our consultation is for free. The only time that you will pay is when you decide to start with your application. So that's what I'm saying. Like the 250K package, it's already packaged. Now, once you wanted to start with the application already, once you've decided which program to take, then our down payment is 70,000. The remaining balance is, once the offer letter is out.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome, Miss Kay. Any other question, guys? No more questions?
Sir,
Yes,
last-
sir. Yes, po.
Sir, yung sa requirements, isasend niyo po sa amin yun.
Okay, what I can give you now are the initial requirements that the school actually I didn't discuss in Miss May. You just have to submit your transcript of records, your diploma, the MOI or the English certificate as medium of instruction, your passport. Now, as soon as you start with us, once you are an official client already of Access Direct Visa, then that's the time that we will give you the complete list of requirements, plus the application forms. We give you a sample of the study plan, everything. Then, full swing, we'll already start working with your application.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, Bob. Any other question, guys? No? Going once, going twice, going thrice. All right, so I think that's it. We'll call it a night. And once again, guys, for the 17 of you who stayed, sana all, For the 17 of you who stayed, thank you very much for being so patient. If you have further questions, do not hesitate to contact us. If you're from Cebu, yes, we'll be happy to, accommodate you here in our office and further explain to you the process. And thank you so much, Daghang salamat, and have a great evening, everyone. Bye-bye po.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
You're
Sir
welcome.
Fitz.
You're welcome po. Bye-bye.